Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Friday Live and Mail Call. It's been an interesting pre-show, to say the least, and we'll get into that here in a second. In case everybody didn't get the hint, tomorrow and Sunday are the Oklahoma City train show down at the fairgrounds. If anybody's going to be in town, hit me up and we'll meet up down there. Thank you, John, Schuylkill River Valley, for my audio check. Appreciate that, as always. And and of course, it wouldn't be a Friday Live without. Gotta love it. And it's another gorgeous day in here in Oklahoma City. Clear blue skies. It was a little chilly this morning. It was 40. It's 54 now. And but it is, like I say, gorgeous. I love the fall here in Oklahoma. It's wonderful. So we did have a storm blow through Wednesday night, gave us some much needed rain. I think it's only rained one other time since the 4th of July. So I'll cut down on my water bill for sure. And of course, my sidekicks here all the way from Good morning, John.
Good morning, all. Yeah, interesting pre-show. Yeah, well,
Well,
look,
they'll get
it's
to
work.
they'll get to see they'll get to see it all. I get to do it all over again, and they'll get to see it.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
boy,
I
we'll
understand
get
it
it.
rained over there yesterday.
Well, no, we got rain here last night. Came through around 10 o'clock or so. Not much. It was nice, light, steady rain for a couple hours, but
Yeah, my son
yes,
said they didn't have any trick or treaters over in Murfreesboro because it was raining. So
yeah. Of course, we don't have any trick or treaters out here. It's all trunk or treat in these areas. The churches and different organizations put on trunk or treats.
we, I remember as a kid, man, we'd take pillowcases and go out trick or treating, come home, dump them out, go out again, and we'd start on the way home from school,
Mm-hmm.
grade school, and gosh, it's nothing like that anymore. We had,
No,
we
no.
had a grand total of 6 trick or treaters, and one of them is my daughter who stopped by. So, we're
Uh-huh.
in a subdivision. There's kids in the subdivision, but hardly anybody was out. I don't know.
Well, they go to the malls and
Right.
places where they can get large quantities and not have to walk as far. You
I guess.
know,
I guess.
modern day kids are lazy.
Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have the crazies that we had to deal with either. So, we didn't have the crazies like there are now.
Yes, yeah. But
And
we were crazy. I remember toilet papering houses, corning houses, and the old flaming bag of poo poo on
dog crap
houses.
and
Yeah.
eggs.
Yeah. Oh, eggs. Yeah, I forgot about eggs. Yeah.
So those, toilet paper, that was a badge of honor. That means you were,
Mm.
where I grew up, that you were in part of the in crowd if you got TP'd. And eggs, on the other hand, you were not well liked.
No, no. So yeah. So we had zero.
All right. And
Zero.
all the way out on our other coast, the West Coast, of course. Hold your ears, everybody. Wake up, Len!
Oh, hi everybody.
Yeah. Steve, can we switch to like a Nevada song for him? Because, eventually California is going to slide off into the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, it's going to
So it
happen.
won't be the West Coast anymore. It'll be like Nevada. Don't they have a better song than
Yeah,
that?
I don't know.
Right.
There's better versions that I've given Steve, but he said copyright something and the other.
Yeah, I get
think that.
this
I
one.
think
I
likes
get
that
away
loud
with.
horn squealing. Irritating.
I
I got
didn't
a
hear.
great Halloween story.
Well, okay, go ahead.
Both of my older brothers have passed. Of course, they'd be really old by now. But anyways, my younger of the two older worked at a dairy, so he had to be at work like 3 a.m. or something. He didn't milk the cows, but he's the one that pasteurized the milk and had to clean all the equipment and did all that sort of stuff. And his favorite name for himself was curmudgeon, because if you look up the word curmudgeon, that is my brother. I mean, everybody agreed. One Halloween, we were over at his house, and the trick-or-treaters are coming left and right. And, it's getting late into the evening. It's around 10 o'clock. We're getting ready to go home because I got to go to school in the morning. And 2 older girls show up at the door. And they're kind of like, trick or treat, give us something. And my brother goes in the kitchen. He gets a cookie. He breaks it in half, and he throws each half in the girls' bags. And they kind of look at that, and they leave. Next morning, he gets ready to go to work. His car is in the driveway instead of in the garage. And there is profanity written all over his car. But he's going to get hurt. 3 a.m. So he's on his way to work. Guess what happens? He gets pulled over by the police for profanity in public and gets a ticket. Plus, then he had to have his car detailed. Good story.
Insult to injury.
Yeah.
I didn't hear from Jason, so in honor of Jason, we got to play his song too.
Yes.
And I'm riding on the cotton belt railroad line in the pitching, rolling rhythm and noise.
All right.
Well, see, now that one's nice and soft and, not obnoxious like that California song.
Yeah. And
I
that's
know.
the worst one I've ever heard. I mean, gives me the shivers.
It wakes you up though, doesn't it?
Well, you can say that.
Let's go ahead and do our roll call here. Inked Rails was first on board at right at 9 o'clock this morning, and John Schuylkill River Valley was next, followed by Mr. Joe Rader. Hey, Joe. And Hot Dog Andy is with us this morning from across the pond. And who else we got? Mr. John Banicki is here. Moorman! Hello, Moorman. Mr. Bart Simpson cartoon there. I like that. And Dwight from the Curly Express is with us. Getting cold up there yet, Dwight? I don't miss it a bit. And I think that's it. All right. So, it's been a fun week.
Yes, it has.
Lynn had to remind me to attend my own premiere on Wednesday. I looked up at the clock and it was 10 o'clock. and I started doing something. I don't know what it was. And all of a sudden I get this ding notification. I look down, it's Lynn. She said, "Did you forget your video?" And I go, "Yes." So I hopped on board real quick and got there at least before it ended.
Yeah, because it was a
Well, yeah, I unfortunately missed the live presentation. I had to come back on it a little later because I was putting roofs on my lean-to and my side awning on my shed. So yeah, I watched it a little later.
Andy, the 1-inch hailstones, actually there's some bigger than that, were north of here a little bit, up north Edmond area. So yeah, we get, I've seen baseball size hail, and I've seen where it goes right through the windshield of a car.
Probably doesn't do too good for the bodies either.
No. You're caught in one of those, the car's totaled. It's that. So it costs more to fix them than to total them. So
yeah. Yep.
And worked on the icing house and platform, and we should finish that up this weekend. Get that video for next Wednesday all done and ready. And my other project, as a reminder, everybody, again, Oklahoma City Train Show this weekend at the fairgrounds. And now that I have my other computer up and working over on the other bench, I went into it and I got the roster, my car roster of all my train cars off of that computer from the Retirement Railroad 1.0 down in Florida. And so now I just have to merge this file with the file for this 2.0 and print it out and put it in my notebook before I go to the train show and buy duplicate cars.
Yeah. And while you're speaking of that, Steve, Zitnix has some CB&Q F3s, A and B units.
F3?
F3s, yeah.
F3s, I don't want them.
F. Yeah, not E. F.
Are they silver or are they gray?
I don't know. I haven't seen them. I just saw them on their newsletter.
Okay. What made you sure?
That they didn't say. I just saw it on my newsletter.
The F units that the CB&Q had originally were for the passenger trains. And what they found was that running those as an ABBA was not, you could actually run two E units and do everything they needed to do instead of running ABBAs or ABAs for horsepower wise. You got to remember the majority of the CB&Q was running on the plains states and not into the mountains. And the E units had more horsepower. But you had, when you started doing more than two, 3 E units, 3 F units, all right, could do more than, it took 3 F units to do what 2 E units would do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So they would run, especially on like the California Zephyr to Denver, they'd run 2 E units was plenty. That's all they needed. So what they did was on the F units that they had, they repainted them gray instead of stainless steel silver. And they were called graybacks. And they were by the mid 50s, 53 or 54, they'd replaced all the F units, taking them all out of passenger service, and everything was done with E units.
Yeah.
So, good morning, Dave, from DES Media Production. Glad you could make it. And anyway, so I didn't, I would see those graybacks from time to time, but most of the freight service, even in and out of Chicago, was done by Jeeps and SDs, and occasionally a few U-boats.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
well, you have some U-boats.
I do. I've got a U-25 and a U-30. So
yeah,
and I run those in tandem. And there's Michael McCarville. Good morning, Michael. Thumbs up.
Morning.
Michael says, please. I guess I should give myself a thumbs up too, shouldn't I? There we go.
Yeah, I have to do it when I rewatch the video.
All right. So, Lynn, did you want to share your this thing?
My automobile? Yes.
Yeah.
Our club
Let me
president,
hang on a second
Patrick,
while
he got himself a printer, and he asked for any request, and I said, yeah, I'd like something like this. I gave him a wide range, Model A, Model T, truck, car, two-door, hardtop, whatever. And he came out with this, and a little paint work, maybe not the best on the seats. I can see some touch-ups needed, but this will go on the Ghost Town whenever it comes out of storage, because we're done for the year. Next show won't be until March 1st. But I thought that was pretty nice. He made two. I got another one around here, but it has a lot of flaws in it. And so I'm thinking of maybe damaging it a little bit and parking it out behind a house building somewhere where you might find a dilapidated little car like that. But it came out pretty nice.
Yeah, shouldn't you add some rust to it? Oh, wait, it doesn't rust in the desert.
No, not really. It does get sun faded, so,
Yeah.
But honestly, anything that I have within a short period of time is going to be covered in dust, and it's going to look dusted.
Yeah. Is that natural dust?
Natural dust, yeah. Natural
Yes.
weathering.
Yes.
Way back when I first got into model trains, and this is like in the 80s, I guess, late 80s, I thought it would be an idea that to sun fade locomotives, I could just set them out in the sun.
Mm.
You know how well that went? A lot of melted plastic.
Yes.
Didn't do a thing for the paint, but it sure messed up the bodies. Figured out real fast that doesn't work.
Now, did he just find a free STL file online for that?
I don't know what he did. I just, I mentioned to him, hey, you want to make one of these, and this is what it's going to be for. And at the show, he presented me with two of them. Like I said, one isn't as good as the one in this picture, but it's pretty hard to see where like this. But here they are. That was pretty cool. I thought that was really nice of him and easy to paint up since Ford liked black anyway. So
yeah. Well, my Jeep that my son printed for me on my 3D printer, they turned out very nice and didn't cost me. It was a free file online. You can find free STL files to print things. It's like the phone booth that I sent Steve, it's a free file. So, got a 3D printer, you might as well use it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm not even going to get into stuff like that. I've got enough problems right behind me here. Steve, John's got his issues. He's got more issues than I have, but
oh no, I don't have any issues now. It runs great.
good. But
Yeah.
for
It's a
months,
mess up there, but it runs great.
this turnout right here has been just giving me a headache. And I thought I resolved it. Trains were running. Hadn't run in about a week or so because I've been busy with the show and just kicking back and Halloween and just being old and lazy. So I turned on the power this morning and I got one train running and seemed to be okay. And I was going to have another one back here running and no power. So there's power from here back, but none this way. And the second track, which is cut off, there shouldn't be any power to it. It came alive. I put jumpers on it, and if I bypass the turnout, everything works. So I've known this for about 2 months now that this turnout's got to go. But to get it out of there with all the ballast and scenery and glue and everything that's on there,
It's actually not that hard. Just spray it down with some wet water,
oh yeah, I did that on my modules. Yes,
and you take a little putty knife and zip, and Dremel to cut the rails where the rails are joined, and
well, see, that's already cut. Then I had to solder them back together to get power.
yeah. Make sure you jumper the switch
Yeah.
before you put that in.
And Anthony says, as opposed to dry water.
Yeah.
I don't know who came up with that term, but hey.
Somewhere I have a picture of an old can that says on it, guaranteed dry water. Now, I don't know where the picture came from. I've had it for a long time, and this is a picture of an old can. I don't know if it was supposed to be a joke or who knows. Yeah. There is, everybody can probably tell me, a water like you use in steam irons and so forth. Used to put it in batteries.
Distilled water.
Distilled water, right.
Mhm.
So maybe that's dry water, distilled water.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
It would be really soft water in that it wouldn't have any mineral content to it
Yeah.
to speak of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. But, oh, how we digress.
Well, are we ready to entertain the folks, John?
Well, we can try.
Could be entertaining. Yes.
We can try to do that. As those who were on last week saw me just come in right at the end. Well, Teresa and I had to go up and pick up her car in Louisville because they're Louisville, as she says.
Louisville.
Louisville. Yeah, I can't say that.
Louisville.
I've said Louisville for 64 years because I had a birthday Monday. So 64 years. So
Just a kid.
of course, while we were up there, I said, well, is there any train stores? So she went online. She found me a train store. It's like 13 minutes away from our daughter's apartment. So we went to it, and so we'll try to present this. I've got got 3 videos and a bunch of pictures. We're going to try to present, or I'm going to try. Steve can do it. I just
It will
let's see if I can. Yeah, I'm trying screen.
I can try to get you some better reception.
Yeah. Okay, I got the screen selected, Steve.
well, it's not showing up for me.
Yeah, and of course it froze my picture again.
Now, what do you have up?
I have just the picture of the train store's name and electric trains.
Drop off since you're locked up again.
Yeah.
Drop off. Send me those files in an email, and we'll do those that way. Then we'll do the video the way it worked. All right, the other way.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, Robert.
Yeah.
The Flying Crow is with us. Good morning, sir. You're going to add about 15 more oil loading racks to your refinery, knowing how much fun you had with all the ones you already have. All right. And John is
Okay,
back.
I'm back.
Hey,
Okay,
welcome
Steve,
back.
I'll try to send you those pictures, or I can show the pictures next time if we just want to go on to the videos.
All you got to do is email
Well, yeah, I know, but there's a lot of pictures.
them. How many?
I got about 6 or 7. So,
All right. We can do that next week, I guess.
yeah, I'll do that next week. Because I had some other pictures I wanted to show too. Because we also went to Mammoth Cave and they had one of their old Mammoth Cave steam engines there with a passenger car. I got some good pictures of, so wanted to show that too. But let's try the first video.
Okay.
Okay,
Remember
and
how to do it now, right?
well, no, but I'm sure you can
Go to present.
present and
Go
then
to video
video
file.
file, and then click on the video file
That's right.
and open.
And there it is.
There it is.
Hello, I'm Kevin Cook, and I am half owner of Roundhouse Electric Trains Incorporated here in Louisville, Kentucky. My beautiful wife, Adina, is the brains and the beauty of the operation, and I just try and keep the books and trains coming in. So, and if you're all wondering how we got into this business, why we were railroaded into it, of course. But it's all about trains because we're one-track minded. So after that, I want to keep you listening. So I'll desist with the bad jokes and tell you that we've been here. This was founded in 1983 by Mr. Tom Budniak, who still works at the store part-time. He takes care of my repairs. He is a genius when it comes to Lionel. It started as purely a Lionel dealership, became a Lionel dealership repair center, and then we acquired the MTH brand, and it's just grown from there. My whole past was in HO, so we have many HO products now, and we are fully versed invested in the DCC products, which I cannot say I personally am. I can make them run, but I have people that are very good with the Digitrax, people that are very good with the NCE and the various other brands. We've had this long enough, 14 years now. We acquired it from Tom in 2011. He had 2 major rooms, and now we have 14 total rooms of retail, plus a garage and a storeroom where we keep all of our track overflow. And in the garage, we build layouts. 4 of the rooms upstairs are dedicated to train layouts. We have an N gauge that's just being set up. We've had an HO and an O gauge, and we try to teach as we build these things. The HO layout in particular has a helix. We've left 1/4 of it open so that you can see through a glass partition, and we hope you'll come and see the whole thing, but we'd like to show you how we did it and what best practices are. So, yeah, how you doing? We're doing a video right now, so this is my IT guy, Mr. John, and he helps me keep other things going when it comes to the computer side. So I get to be just the brawn, which is nice. You know, like I said, my wife and John, they have the brains between them. So, and we invite you to come down. We have, as you'll see in the rest of the video, quite a lot to look at. We are about 70% collections, 30% new, and we deal with 3 different wholesalers coast to coast. And we send in orders weekly to each of them, and we try our best to have the things everybody wants, but it's getting, as everybody knows, a tighter and tighter economy. Hence, more and more focus on the collection so that we can acquire more variety and what we can offer you. So we ask you to come in. I think you'll find our pricing is very, very good. You'll find that we service everything that we sell, and that we are proud in what we do. And we like our railroad. We also have a library, quite a railroad library. That's because my whole background's in transportation and railroad in particular. In my family, 3 generations back, Pennsylvania railroaders, both sides, mom and dad. One came over from Germany, mom's side, to get away from the Kaiser, and the other came over from Ireland to try and get enough food to eat. So I've got them all together in Canton, Ohio, and I'm one of the outputs, and here we are. So trying to keep the railroad tradition going in the family. hope you come see us. We have a lot of fun here. We play a little bit of rock and roll. We definitely tell bad jokes and are very politically incorrect. But outside of that, we're like your average model railroad. There's something that's somewhat dysfunctional, and but we practice all of our derivatives in the basement, so we aren't ever seen in public and we don't get caught. So come and join us. Have a great day.
All right, John, you got another one to do?
Yes. Let's see. Let me try to get out of that one. So let's see. Go back to present, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay. And video file. And then let's see. This is a little short one.
Okay, hang on a second. Whoops. I was trying to remove the first video file from the basement. Ended up removing John. Like I said, it'd be entertaining, right? Let's see if he comes back in here anytime soon.
Well, we're waiting for John to return.
There he is.
There he is.
I don't know what happened there. I didn't touch a button or anything, and it just clicked out.
John, I've got to give you computer lessons.
Yeah, well, you got to come back and do that again. Okay, now I'm trying this.
All right, John, I got to fess up. I hit the wrong button. It wasn't you.
You kicked me off, huh?
I did.
This is a little video. It's a little fast, but we're actually there after closing. He stayed open for us. And this is his HO and Engage collection here. And I don't think, if you notice, there was a box on his desk. Yeah, that was my box. I'd already collected a lot of things there. That's his used building area, which I'll show you what I got out of that. Then over to the was that it on that one, and let's see. Now I'm gonna try to present another one, Steve. Don't kick me out.
Hang on. I want to see if I can. I was trying to do it. See, the way it's. Well, hang on. If I knock you off, you know how to come back.
Okay.
Right, nope, it didn't do that one. It's still in the basement.
Yeah, I don't know how to close it out.
All right, go.
Oh, remove from studio. Okay, now here's the next one.
Okay, do the next one.
Okay. It's there. There you go. So this is just going back through the multiple rooms of. A lot of this is O-gauge back here, but it just shows how extensive it is. And as I said, he was already closed. There's his room of new boxes of buildings and all kinds of. I found M47 tanks there. I didn't buy them, but he had like 10 of them. So just quite extensive of all things. Here's his library that the lights cut off. But, I mean, I could have spent hours in there. And Teresa was very interested in it, too. She in fact, she bought something there. No, I was at the train show. She bought something. But, yeah, it's a neat train store. I look forward to going back there and visiting her daughter. Yeah, you do. We had to figure out how to get back out because he just let us go, go wherever we wanted to. I didn't get to see any of the layouts that he has.
I was going to ask if you went upstairs. Guess not.
No, but he would like for me to come back over like on a Saturday because that's when he has run sessions and on all the different scales that he has.
Kind of reminds me of Caboose Stop Hobbies. You got the front area, but then there's a big area in back that's full of stuff, and then you got the upstairs that's full of even more stuff, and then you got the
Mhm.
basement that is the O scale clubs layout, and
Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
And I don't know if I gave the news on my club. They have purchased land, and we are in the process of having the design done on our building, and we've got a contributor that is donating 50 grand to work on the building, and
Wow.
so we're starting to move along. It'll
So
be
where's
nice to have.
Where's it going to be? Crossville?
It's in Crossville. It's not far from where it was located. It's a little bit farther from the interstate than it had been, but
Which
still,
way? North or south?
it's will be south of the interstate.
That makes it
South of,
closer to you then.
yeah, well, yes and no, about the same distance.
All right.
I'd just go a different way, but yeah. So I don't know if we'll go into what I got there, or if you want to do something else.
Question, John.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is any of this, are you near Crookville?
Crookville.
You sure you don't mean
Near
Cookville?
Crookville?
Let me spell it. Cooke.
That's Cookville, not
Crookville. What is
Cookville.
it?
Yeah, I'm 40 minutes from Cookville.
No, I got family that lives there. That's why.
My daughter-in-law. My daughter-in-law is from there, and that's where my son graduated college there at Tennessee Tech.
Yeah. So I was hoping Steve would move closer to me, not same distance from me as Florida, but anyway, he did get up here, so
I've been there twice.
you've been there twice. That's right.
In a year.
In a year, yes, yeah.
And how many times have you come to visit me?
0.
Oh, okay. I just wanted.
Yes, yeah. You're 2-0. Yeah, you're 2-0. Yes. I hope to get out there maybe when you're building 3.0.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. Come
Yeah.
on, spend a week. I'm building.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes. So So I made some purchases there at Roundhouse Electrical Trains. I found some.
And just so everybody notices, John did get a haircut too.
Yes. Yeah. Well, except for the top. But I wear a hat all the time, so it doesn't really matter.
Looks like an old Bart Simpson though.
Yeah, I got some good deals there on, of course, used stuff. I bought me 3. Whoops, my camera went awry. Hey, I bought 3 nice flat cars
Cool.
that came with metal wheels and KD couplers. Can't beat that. $12 a piece.
It's good.
So
Each axle of a metal wheel that's $1. And
yeah.
each KD coupler is roughly $1. So
Yeah.
$6 in metal wheels and KD couplers alone.
Yeah, and along with those flat cars, which I always need flat cars, I never have enough because I got a lot of tanks. But bought some piggybacks.
All right.
Again, $12. These I do have to change the wheels, but it already has KD couplers on it, so that's good. And they get $9 for these trailers. So. I thought that was a real good deal. And then
that's one that I'm going to be looking for at the train show this weekend is some 33-inch metal wheels.
Yeah. So here's another one of them. Of course, I'm going to redo these to CNEI flat cars and CNEI piggybacks.
Okay.
I've found online several places that show how they were detailed and what they have on it. And in the back area, in the used buildings. This is one of the things that Teresa wanted me to get, was a nice courthouse.
Oh, okay. Now you
So,
need a DeLorean.
What's that?
Now you need a DeLorean.
Oh, yeah.
I have one.
So, I thought I think I paid $5 for this. So, you can't beat it, I'll redo it and, repaint it and do things like that.
Looks like the county courthouse or whatever it was from the original Back in the Future.
Yes. I got to separate this stuff out because I had train show purchases too. And I think that was it from the train store. I know I purchased. Oh, yeah. No, that was it from there. And then, of course, we had our club's annual train show, and we had to host it at the Oaklawn Baptist Church, which actually the pastor is a member of our train club, so that works out real well. And I did a pretty big haul there. I mean, there were some great deals. Picked up this box of GP7 parts for hoods and a frame and all other kinds of little detail parts. $3. You can't beat that. Then they had packs of set of 3 flat cars. These all need to be worked on. They're missing some wheels and they still have horn couplers, but hey, there's even a U.S. Army in there, so I don't have to change that one. But $3, $1 a car, you can't beat that. I'll work on them for that.
Oh yeah.
And then another set of 3 flat cars for $3.
How many tanks do you have?
I got a lot of tanks. And remember, I'm always looking for more tanks.
For those that don't know, when John was in the Army, he was a tanker. All right.
Yeah, so I had this aversion to wanting to buy tanks, so I buy tanks.
Not aversion.
Obsession?
Obsession, yeah, there you go.
Okay. And, we all like the
Hooker
tank cars. I bought 3 of them at the train store or the train show, and they were what was that, 5 for $20. So not bad.
Yeah.
And they're all in good condition. They one has metal wheels, but they all have the horn couplers, so I'm gonna have to change all of them.
So where's your staging yard and Helix gonna go?
That's in the CNEI Railroad 3.0.
Oh, okay.
This is 2.0 here. So let's see. And then Teresa, this is a Frisco. This would be more like Linwood one. This is an old Athearn blue box. I got a lot of work to do on it, but I like getting these $5. $5, you can't beat that.
Yeah, Frisco actually became part of the CB&Q.
Mm-hmm.
So.
So yeah, I'll work on that when I get a chance. But winter's coming. And I got 2 of these flat cars with the
The old tractor.
tractors on. Yeah, I'll repaint them, of course.
Is it a Western Maryland?
It is, yes, Western Maryland.
I had the same flat car, except I had a culvert load on mine.
Mm.
I still have the car.
And let's see, I went through this
Hey,
one.
Bernard Ellens is here from Mini Prints.
And let's see. Oh, yep. There's another hooker tank car. So I actually got four of them at the show.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and which is good because I've got some that are old that needed repair.
Uh-huh.
Well, I can use some of the parts off of whatever one's in better condition and fix it. Of course, I got several more piggyback loads. Well, I got bunches of piggyback loads and more piggyback loads and more piggyback loads. I think these the blue dots. They were a buck or $1.50, something like that. Whoop, there's another one. Yeah, so I got plenty of piggyback loads, and then a couple of the tractors that were $1. Okay, I'll buy that. And then I found another flat car. So got plenty of flat cars now. Could always use more, but got plenty. Let's see, what else did I buy? Oh, these are some of the Walthers undecorated trailers. You still have to get the wheels and for them, but hey, I think I paid $1 for them. And then I've got a bag of ice hatches for refrigerator cars. Steve, didn't you need some?
I do.
Yeah, this was $3. There's probably 12 of them in there.
Yeah, I don't know how many I need. I'll get a count.
Okay, well, you let me know because I got something else up here that will be heading your way.
I need 3 or 4.
And then the last thing I got was a little Heinz reefer car. It was $4.75. So that was oh wait, what? That wasn't it. So for those who don't know, along this wall back here, I'm doing flats that I've been converting some of the ends of my roundhouse kits that I get that I don't need. Well, got this here. It needs work.
Oh, it's from the Frost Ice House?
Yeah, the guy used it as a background building, and here's the other.
Hang on 1 second, John. Bernard had asked a question I need to answer for him.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
There you go, Bernard.
So anyway, back to it actually had the 2 pieces that I'll work on, and hey, just that escape stairs is worth what I pay for it. $3. You know, can't beat that. So I think I had a pretty good day at the train show.
Looks like it. Hey, with Bernard coming in, and I've got this camera zoomed up as much as I can, but there in the middle are my 4 ice workers, right, and ready to be placed onto the loading platform. So
that's looking real good, Steve. Real good.
I got I'm working on the ice. I've cut out most of the ice blocks. I got to get those added onto the conveyor and loading and on the drop down platforms with those 4 guys. And eventually I'll have to order some more from Bernard. And then I can start on the roof. So did I see Gus come in? Yes. Gus, welcome, Gus. Glad you could make it. So anyway.
And the last thing I have to show, Steve, this is going to be a mystery box. This is a mini prints box, but it's not mini prints in it because, Bernard, I love using your boxes to send stuff to other people too. So this is going to hopefully be to Steve by next Friday. I didn't get to the post office. Yeah, I didn't get to there to.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
after Back on Track, I will go live. I don't know at what time, but it'll be sometime after Back on Track from the Oklahoma train show, Oklahoma City train show, and I will show. I'll find Dorothy. Is it going to be at the show, Bernard? Because I know on the club layout back at their building, they've got a storm scene. But if they've got one on their modular layout, I will definitely get that into my video as well.
Very good.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, John.
No, that was it. This Steve will hopefully show what's in this mystery box.
Yeah.
That's not mini prints. Sorry, Bernard. It's not mini prints, but you have great little boxes here.
Well, sure.
I've sent several things to Steve in a mini prints box, so that will be going out. So anyway, I found them at the train show too, and they were pretty good price. So
I don't know a whole lot of Bernard. I'm just new. I've only been back a year, and I don't know the guys in the club per se by name. I might if I actually saw them, because I have been over to the club, and I run across guys from the club at the Whistle Stop Hobbies as well. So, and anyway, I'll find it. Yeah, I'll find it. If it's at the show, I'll find it. No problem. Yeah. Because we got three different things. We've got the Oklahoma Model Railroad Association and Museum. That's the club. Then there's the Oklahoma Railroad Association, and they've got like a dinner train and stuff that they run. And then there's another one, Oklahoma Model Railway Museum, but that's up in Edmond. So not Edmond, Enid, and I always get all the ones names all mixed up. So, but I will be there, and I will definitely include it in my live broadcast tomorrow.
and while Bernard's on here, I did get my monthly mini prints. Here's a nice little roll top desk.
Top desk, okay.
Yeah, I forgot. And a nice little chair. Oops. And it comes with I'm not sure, I didn't read who this was, but here's a nice figurine. If my camera will actually show it. There he is.
Yeah, I was just going through all my figures. You know, I had them down in Florida, and I had to dig out those ice guys. So I was looking at everybody else. I found Rick the Tree, and Heath and Sparky, and because I bought most of those guys, the original ones.
And then there's a nice farm implement. I think it's a baler.
No,
What is that, Steve?
that's an old manure spreader, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it's got a back on it, and it pulls from the front. So I was thinking manure spreader too, but
I don't
it
know.
would go out the back. And Bernard, what is
This
that?
is a forage box.
A forage box. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. And then two delivery doors roll up for a dock, and then
Yep.
And then in this little bag, now, as I said, I didn't read the pamphlet this time. I was a little too busy. But anyway, there's some open top drums. And then I believe this clear material is for doing a fire in the drum. And then I haven't figured out what the last is. It looks like dogs. Or an owl. I haven't looked at them with my glasses yet.
Well, look who dropped in.
Yeah.
And I'm riding on the cotton belt railroad line in the pitching, rolling rhythm and noise.
Welcome, Jason.
Was he there? Oh, he's just on one. Okay.
Yeah,
But
he's
anyway,
not
that's
on us. He's just on the chat.
well, that's my mini Prince box of the month.
Cool.
So yeah, I always enjoy seeing what Bernard is going to sneak in there that month.
I still got a whole bunch of stuff I have to paint.
Oh, I've got
A
I
lot of
probably
it
have 8 boxes.
I won't be using until I start on 3.0. So I got a box, but I gotta find a knife. So
And make your picture big, Steve.
I will.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did get a big, heavy box
Whoa.
from
Caboose?
Caboose Stop Hobbies.
Yeah.
Jason says it's
How'd
going
I
to be
guess?
today. Well, it's going to be a hell of a day for me today when I open this up and see what I got in it. It seems like, last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever, that I had another big box from Caboose Stop.
Yep.
And I was amazed that I had accumulated so much in such a short period of time. And so I better open it up. Let's see what's in there. Of course, I think Keith just likes talking to me because we both we're both alumnus of Iowa State University, and actually we're there at the same time. And he knew one of my roommates from my fraternity house. They're both in the marching band together. So,
John, did you see Jason's comment to you?
Yes, I did. Yes. So there is another CNEI fan out there. Well, I know I get up on a lot of things.
The guy's going to repaint it. Don't worry.
Yeah, probably. Oh, and I missed the box.
And
Another tank car I got at the train show. I think I paid $5 for that.
okay, what is it? Texaco?
No, it's Engelhard.
Engelhard. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit too modern, but $5, I'm gonna buy
John,
it.
Jason needs to know that on the GP9, did it have a Mars or a gyro light above the headlights and backup lights?
Jason, I'll have to look that up. I'll have to get one of my books. I'm not sure which it had. I'll try to find that out for you. And, you can go to the CNEI Historical Society's website,
Well, he's hoping
and they
not
have a lot.
asking you.
Well, I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Of course, most of mine aren't as well programmed as what you do, Jason. So I just have the headlights on. So what can I say? That's why I don't need the real expensive decoders. I don't use everything on there.
As I'm you go ahead and discuss. I got a ton of pieces to get out of this box.
I can tell you what their engines they use, Jason. I just can't tell you all the different options that they had on the different engines. So, I know what they use, but the details of each of them, no, I don't know.
All right, so I got this box, and I have No earthly idea. It looks like it is.
A mystery box.
Well, it looks like it's. I don't know what it looks like. I don't even remember bidding on it.
Yes,
Oh.
Jason, I would.
I'll pull one of these pieces out. Joe, help me, Joe. What did I get myself into here? It's almost like it was the upper section of a bi-level commuter car, but it's not anywhere near like any of the ones I have. So, okay. Not a clue. I wonder how much I paid for that.
You probably don't know.
I don't know. There'll be a invoice in here somewhere.
And did you really buy that, or did she just stick a bunch of stuff in a box and say, "Hey, Steve, you bought all this"? Because you would never know.
Yeah.
Yes.
For every $100 you spend, you get a bag of something.
Harold isn't the one that packs it. Her husband.
Oh, okay.
And so you never know.
But she probably puts it on the shelf for you, and somebody else packs it. So
I think Keith
you know,
would be shelf in my box. All right. So here is a Concours California Zephyr Dome car. All right. So hopefully it has all the pieces in there. Oh yeah, it's brand new. Cool.
never even put together.
Well, the trucks have never been put on it now. So I like that.
Yeah.
There's another one in here. What's this one? This is another Concours California Zephyr. It's another Bud Dome, but it's different. One of them I was hoping that one of these was a domed observation when I bought it, but neither one are. I don't think. So, anyway. Okay. And we have an Athearn blue box. And let's open it up. I don't know why I keep buying this stuff. I can't run them.
You're as bad as all of us. We just keep buying and buying and buying.
Oh, okay. This is metal wheels, KD couplers, $10 for a CB&Q covered hopper. Now the question will be whether or not this is a one I already have. So I'll have to look that up. 667.
Well, it's kind of like these hooker tank cars. They're all 56, 65, 6. So I got some decaling to do.
Yeah. Well, this
But
is
you know what?
this one's an Athearn ready to roll observation. And I don't know why I bought it because I already got enough of them. All right. Silver Crescent. And it's new. But I paid new price for it, $25. And then a California Zephyr dome car, Ather. Oh, maybe this is the one I want.
Is your commuter train going to be able to move back and forth on your switching layout if you put all those cars in it?
No.
No. It'll move 2 inches, stop, move 2 inches, stop.
Yeah. Oh, good. This is the one I wanted. This is it's an undecorated, but it's a dome observation. So that's the one I wanted. I did get one. Concord.
So this is primarily a passenger car box.
So far.
And Ronald Brooks joined us. Steve?
Hey, Ronald. Cool. All right. And, when I do get around to 3.0, it is primarily a city scene type of place. So these Bachmann Spectrum HO scale city scene kits are pretty cool. All right. And this one is a department store. So it'll be I'll put a corner clock on it and make it my representative of Marshall Fields in Chicago, which is now Macy's. And this one I got because I didn't know I was going to win the bid on eBay for another one. So this makes the third one of these that I've won. So, but that's fine. I can
You can modify it.
Yeah, it's no big deal. But I need tall buildings. On the Retirement Railroad original down in Florida, a tall building on that layout was 5 stories tall. Well, this is 10 stories tall. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's all of my acquisitions for the week. And so I'm pretty pumped up. I'm going to put those cars and just take them out to the shed. And same thing with these models because I have more kits. I have a cabinet full of kits to build.
I've got 2 closets and a whole bunch of cars to work on. I could not buy anything the rest of my life and have something to work on. So
I know it. I got all kinds of little kit things, vehicles and stuff too. Anyway.
Yeah. But I keep buying more for some reason.
Yeah, it's like I really need to go to a train show tomorrow. Why? All right, Anthony, have a good lunch. We're gonna be wrapping this thing up anyway because we're well past our hour, and I'll have to figure out what after I finish this icing platform. I think I'm going to work on the platforms and canopies for Fairview Station, which is right there in the foreground of right here in the foreground here. You can see the plywood base there to the left. That's one of the platforms, and there's another one on over a little bit further. So that's what I'll be working on next. I'm going to scratch build the canopies instead of buying kits. So
yeah, and I've got my Clinton, Indiana train station. I'm gonna do it's not gonna be like the original. Although someday I want to scratch build their station there because it was unique. It wasn't like the rest of them, but I've got one that I'm gonna be putting in on a curve, which the Clinton, I'm sorry, Danville station was on a curve. So I'm going to do the Clinton train station on a curve. And I'll have to make my own canopy because, it's curved. So,
Yeah.
it'll have to be, individual parts and a lot of work. But hey,
Now,
oh
are you
well.
gonna actually try to curve the canopy, or are you just gonna make a curve out of straight sections?
No, I'm going to try to actually have a curved canopy.
Good luck with
Uh,
that.
well, I'm
Could be
going to
done.
get into my 3D printer and print the columns for it, and then I'll have to cut individual pieces for the canopy itself. I've
Well,
got
the
extras.
columns won't be bad. I'm just going to use some of my tubular uh, styrene that I got a couple weeks ago.
Well, I'm going to try to replicate the ones from Danville on how they were designed. So,
I lived in Danville, and I don't ever remember seeing that station. So,
yeah, I can't tell you exactly where it is. I've got pictures of it, though. So, it's still there. It's just in disrepair and boarded up
the
and
whole
fenced off.
town is in disrepair. When GM
Yeah,
was out in the what 80s, I guess it
yeah,
was. I mean, that town dried up big time. So,
yeah. So,
Steve,
but it's still there, and you can still see it on aerials.
yes, Lynn.
I didn't want to interrupt, but I know you're probably getting ready to wrap up.
I am.
It is November.
Oh
Going to
yeah.
be going out pretty soon.
Do you need my address again?
Well, the contest is ended. That ended last night. That was the end of October.
Do you need my address?
I'm going to make an effort to do this live. It'll probably fail. So I will record at the same time, but literally all the names that were entered, I think I'm up to 32. There was one that just entered about a week ago into a hat. I do have hats, just because I don't wear them. I do have hats. Yes, Jason, you're a winner. I could really throw this too. I did try to find a couple more like this. This must be very rare because there is nothing online, eBay, any of the sites. Because I did look around. I thought, that'd be cool if I could find a couple of them. But anyway, probably do the drawing tomorrow evening. If I can do it live, I will. If not, it'll be recorded.
If you're going to do it in the evening, do it early evening so those of us back east can be awake for it.
Well, it's not going to be early morning either, so it'll be at a decent time. It'll be at a decent time. I tried to send out an announcement on YouTube, the little comments that pop up, but I didn't see it. I don't know if it went out or not. But if I can, I'm going to do it live. If not, it'll be dead. And but somebody's going to win this by tomorrow night. So the Rock Island, it's. I had to wipe the dust off the cover of it. But yeah, it's going to go on.
Yeah.
And it would be nice if Jason got it because he's really into it. And I think, Steve, you said you were real fond of it also. So
absolutely.
I'm fond of it too, but I don't think I ever got a chance to enter.
Okay.
You had the chance, you just didn't avail yourself of it.
I've been busy. All
right, you had like 45 days?
Yeah, I probably had two. This is one of the days where it's raining outside and wet, so I can't do anything outside. So
Lynn,
we had rain the other day.
You can't figure out what.
About an hour.
Lynn, you
First
can't
time
figure
it's
out what
rained
button
since,
to. Lynn, you can't
April
figure out
was
what.
the last time it rained here. So anyway, go ahead.
Lynn, he can't. He can't figure out what button to push on his computer.
Yeah. Well, yes, I'll agree with that. Well,
All right, guys. Hey, everybody, want to thank you for joining us here at the Retirement Railroad 2.0. Friday live and mail call from all of us here at the I-40 gang. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, all.
Bye.